Okay, the sun literally decided to go hide behind a cloud, so now I can't with the lighting. I have a stack of books here. They are on top of a box, so it's not that much books, but we're doing a mid-year wrap-up and I'm actually very excited. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to do a little mid-year wrap-up. We're going to get much better. We're going to figure out how to read more and how to film and do the school thing, okay? We are going to start with all the Colleen Hoover books, but they're going to be very quick due to the fact that I have a whole video starring these books and we don't want this video to be too lengthy of me repeating myself. So obviously we are going to start with The Dance With Us. First book I read that I really love. This is the reason for my addiction and I will never stop saying that. This is a 5-star read, but I'm very judgmental now when it comes to 5-star reads. Like, this is my one and only 5-star read book. So, and I don't think anything has lived up to this just yet. So we are hard raters here. We don't give out 5 stars very easily. So 5-star for this book. Then we have It Starts With Us. Sorry, this book, I enjoyed reading it. It was so fast. I read it in one sitting. I read it in like what, 4-5 hours, one sitting, 5 hours long read. Felt like an epilogue. It was just happy endings. Named title drop in these two books are Chef's Kiss. So read these two books, it's good. I gave this a 3-star. It wasn't really much, it was just a happy ending. Ugly Love. Ugly Love was a great book, fun read, friends with benefits, brother's best friend, he's a pilot. Like, there's so many tropes in here, to be quite honest with you, so naming them all is very hard. But I enjoyed this. 4-star book. I loved Miles. I loved and hated the plot twist. If you read it, you will know why, because it's so sad. That's why I hate it, but I loved it because it was so unexpected. Verity. I have a whole reading vlog of this book. Guys, you don't want to get me started on this book again because I don't know how I feel. I still don't know how I feel, and I think that's maybe a good thing. But it's a 3-star read for me. I said it's giving Champagne problems. It's not, even though she does have her problems. If this was in Verity's point of view, then it was Champagne problems, I could see. But the book in general, not Champagne problems, even though I do think Verity needs help. Then we have November 9. November 9, it's not my favorite book. I gave this book a 2-star. It was very easy. I could see where the plot was going, but also I did read this right after a 5-star read. So maybe that is on me, but in general, not my favorite book. But I do want to reread this, give this one a second chance, because I might have been too harsh, and especially because I'm seeing so much love for it on social media. Then I read The Mark by Edith Bowbring. So this is not a TikTok book or anything. It was a school assigned book, and let me tell you, I don't like this book, except at the end. Where the book ended is where it should have started, guys. That's how I feel about it. I wanted more Nicholas and Etty together. I need to explain what this book is about, but it's so hard. So it's like the life after a meteorite almost, but it's not really. It's just so far in the future that only flies are there, you know, things that could survive in explosives. Those things are staying. It's about Etty. She has this mark on her back, what she wants to get rid of, because these marks assign you to a job, and these jobs aren't very fair nor fun. And then you have your lower class people and your upper class people, and how it's like, it's actually very sad, because it's like taking us into the future, but it's so far back in the past. And it's just about her overcoming these struggles and getting rid of this mark, and her friends' relationships, like that is also a big part of this. Just her relationships and what happens. It is entertaining, but I do think like the whole book could have been just like a starting plot. I didn't need that amount of information. Maybe I did, because I do have some sort of attachment to the characters. I don't know, it was a lot of information. Most of it I already kind of forgotten. I gave it a 2-star as well. I don't know, it could have been something. I just didn't think it delivered. you know, it was there. It was almost there. How many books? This is like a 200-page book, and I read it for like a month. No, more than a month. It took me 6 months to read this book. 5 months to read this book. Because I didn't want to go pick it up. I only picked it up because it was school assigned. And I read it, but I don't think I would have read it or finished it if it wasn't school assigned, or because it's just so slow. It's a very slow, and it takes a while to get into it type of book. Then I have this autobiography, The Last Lecture. It's about Randy Porsche. He has cancer, I think he had a tumor, and it's just him giving this last lecture, and it's the quotes in this book. I just want to reread it for the quotes. It's so pretty, and the way he speaks about life is admirable. Admirable. I'm so sad at the ending of this book and what happens and stuff, but I also do think it's a lot of great advice, and I recommend anybody to read this book because I don't know, it makes it opens your eyes of how pure and precious life really is. And this guy who has diagnosed cancer and only has a few months left to live, it's sad. It's such a good book. It made me happy to read, so I gave this book a 3-star. I purely enjoyed it. Then, last but definitely not least, is the whole Twisted series. I don't know where to start with my feelings on these books, so we're going to go one by one. So first off, also these books look a little bit torn because I lend them to friends, so they have been through it, but that just gives them more character, I guess. So first we have Twisted Love. This follows Alex and Ava, and you're the trauma in this book. I can't. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of sad. Can you hear my dog? She's dreaming. Cute. I really enjoyed this book. I actually do like Alex, but I thought this was a 5-star read because I liked Alex, but I didn't like Twisted Love Alex. I liked Twisted Lies Alex. So there's a moment in Twisted Lies where I was like, oh, Alex, and I think that's why I rated this so high. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's not a 5-star read. This is a 4-star read. I enjoyed it. It was a lot. It was a lot of trauma dumping. It was a lot of this. It was a lot of that. It was a good book nonetheless. It was fun to read. It got me. I read this night in, night out. I couldn't stop. So it captured my attention, and I enjoyed reading this so much. I enjoyed it because it's also one of my first. It's my first series I've ever read, and letting go of this series was literally so sad. I felt the sense of emptiness, especially after finishing Twisted Games. I was like, what did I just read? After reading Twisted Games, I felt this sense of emptiness inside of me and like loneliness, because my mind's like, this doesn't exist in real life. These people aren't in real life. These are books, and this won't ever happen. I'm like, and then I literally had to take a break after Twisted Games for like 2 weeks to get back into the other 2 books because I wasn't mentally prepared. Okay, Twisted Games, so good. It's about bodyguard, princess. It's about Bridget and Rice. So cute, so fun. I enjoyed this very much. I think I gave it a 3-star. I know people love Rice in them. I enjoyed them as well. I don't know, maybe I just like more of the trauma in Twisted Love. The scenes that people keep on talking about on TikTok, it didn't hit as hard for me, which sucked. Like the magazine or the book she was reading didn't hit as hard. I didn't, it was like, okay, oop. The Cruelty, I couldn't. Oh, great book. Do I want a man like Rice? 100%. Out of all of these, I'll probably date Rice or even Josh. I'll date Josh, to be honest. Then we have Twisted Hate. Twisted Hate is so fun. I don't consider this enemies to lovers. Like, there was bantering. I found they're hating each other or they're enemies, like banter. I enjoyed it. I just found it fun. I loved him. The date Josh decided to take her on amazing. I enjoyed it, but this is Sister's best friend. I don't know why it took him so long to not be mad at Alex anymore. I felt like that was very much not needed, even though, because he dated his sister's best friend at the end of the day, and he's still mad at his sister's fiance now. I didn't like that. They were still mad. I felt like that was really like, Josh, get over it. Come on, come on. It's like, obviously they're gonna be forever. I think I enjoyed Josh a lot. I enjoyed Josh and reading about him so much. I ended up rating Twisted Hate 3 stars. I agree with that. I think it was fun. I like more tension and like thingy, like feeling. I don't know, like this butterfly tension, like just hold him, you know. And I feel like with the Twisted series, it is great. There's great scenes, if you know what I'm talking about, but I needed more of that angst, okay? And that's something I was really missing. Yeah, so Twisted Hate gave it 3 stars. That's not bad for a book. That really isn't bad. And then for the last book I read this year is Twisted Lies. It's in 11 books. And I don't usually read 1 book a year, and I've already read 11 books for half of this year. That chef's kiss, okay? I feel so proud of myself. Little victories, and I can't wait to see how much I grow up and see how much each year I get to read more and more and more books. I gave this also a 3 stars. This follows Christian and Starla, right? It's been a minute. Stella. I liked the relationship. It was fun to read. I actually really like this book. The only thing is, like, the first half of this book, nothing happens between them. Like, obviously they end up moving because it's fake dating. They move in with each other and stuff, but you have like, it just wasn't enough. They have moments, but then like they have 1 or 2 moments, 3 moments maybe in the first half of this book, and then just bam, suddenly they're in a relationship. I just need more. I just needed, like, I wanted it to be slow burn because it was slow burn. It was really slow, but nothing was happening to make it a slow burn romance. It was just slow, okay? And like the rest of the book, yes, the photo scene, yes, like, oh yes. But for all of that to be such a thick book, I read it front to back still. I still enjoyed it very much, but I was just like, give me more. Give me more photo moments, okay? And yeah, but like also Christian was obsessed with the from literally page 2. Something wasn't right, okay? And that's the whole twist. It seemed like such good couples, such great storylines. I just wish there was that little angst in it. There was this little like trauma. Absolutely loved it. This book got it the best. Got it the best. Like, especially when Rice comes back after when he came back, that wall moment. Yes. But why couldn't we get more of those moments? I felt like that was a little bit, like, that's my only complaints. Only complaints about the series. Do I love the series? Yes. Do I see myself recommending this? Yes. If you're not related to me or not my parents, I would definitely recommend this. But I just needed more. A little bit more relationship. I don't know how to say it. That concludes all the books I have read this year so far. I feel very proud of myself. I enjoyed the books I've read this year so far. I'm so excited for the next books I'm going to read. I have a Song of Achilles that I really want to read. I want to see if I can try a fantasy book. I'm not such a huge fantasy girl, but I want to try to see if I can get myself in that mindset. I also have Red, White, Royal Blue. One of Us is Lying is something I really want to read. So there's a few books that is still on my reading list, and I'm so excited to start reading them. But those are like the 11 books I have read so far. Girl me, 11 books, I feel so proud. 6 months, I read like 2 books a month. That's crazy. Okay, that's absolutely insane. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me speaking about books. I love speaking about books. Make sure to subscribe because next week we're doing something again. And I appreciate you all so very much. And I'll see you in the next one.